Hello, welcome back to ASMR story time. Got a different setup this evening. I felt like playing around with light. I love playing with light. I love playing with candles and sort of different lighting arrangements to just see what happens. It's just something I like doing for some reason. So this evening I thought I would read a couple of poems from the Edgar Allan Poe, a selection of poems. There's some heavy rain outside this evening, which might be audible in the microphone. Add to the ambience. I love the imagery on the cover of this book. It's really beautiful. So, try not to burn my hand. So, a selection of poems by Edgar Allan Poe. I'm just going to pick quite randomly. I'm going to read The Lake, I've decided. So that's page 24. They're all quite short. So, the lake. In youth's spring, it was my lot to haunt of the wide earth a spot, the which I could not love the less. So lovely was the loneliness of a wild lake with black rock bound, and the tall pines that towered around. But when the night had thrown her pall upon that spot, as upon all, and the ghastly wind went by in a dirge-like melody. Then, then I would awake to the terror of that lone lake. Yet that terror was not fright, but a tremulous delight, a feeling not the jewelled mine could teach or bribe me to define, nor love, although the lake were thine. Death was in that poisoned wave, and in its depth a fitting grave for him who thence could solace bring to his dark imagining, whose solitary soul could make an Eden of that dim lake. I think I'm just going to randomly pick pages. Oh, that's the Raven. I've already done that one. On the other page, though, is Eulalie, a song. I dwelt alone in a world of moan, and my soul was a stagnant tide, till the fair and the gentle Eulalie became my blushing bride, till the yellow-haired young Eulalie became my blushing bride. Ah, less bright the stars of the night than the eyes of the radiant girl. Ah, less bright the stars of the night than the eyes of the radiant girl, and never a flake that the vapour can make with the moon tints of purple and pearl can vie with the modest Eulalie's most unregarded curl, can compare with the bright-eyed Eulalie's most humble and careless curl. Now doubt, now pain, come never again, for her soul gives me sigh for sigh, and all day long shines bright and strong, Astarte within the sky, while ever to her dear Eulalie upturns her matron eye, while ever before. Hello, George. Do you want to come on my knee? Come on then. Come on then. Come on, George. I have to keep stopping because George keeps making loads of noise. I live in a very, very tiny cottage and there isn't much space to record, and I'm often recording in the same room as him, but he's very disruptive. Okay, the next one I'm going to do is the Valley of Unrest. Once it smiled, a silent dell, where the people did not dwell. They had gone unto the wars, trusting to the mild-eyed stars. Nightly from their azure towers, to keep watch above the flowers, in the midst of which all day the red sunlight lazily lay. Now each visitor shall confess the sad valley's restlessness. Nothing there is motionless, nothing save the airs that brood over the magic solitude. By no wind are stirred those trees that palpitate like the chill seas around the misty Hebrides. By no wind those clouds are driven that rustle through the unquiet heaven, uneasily from morn till even. Over the violets there that lie in myriad types of the human eye, over the lilies there that wave and weep above a nameless grave. They wave from out their fragrant tops. Eternal dews come down in drops. They weep from off their delicate stems, perennial tears This is called The Sleeper. Midnight. In the month of June, I stand beneath the mystic moon. An opiate vapour, dewy, dim, exhales from out her golden rim, and softly dripping, drop by drop, upon the quiet mountain top, steals drowsily and musically into the universal valley. The rosemary knots upon the grave, the lily lolls upon the wave, wrapping the fog about its breast. The ruin moulders into rest, looking like Lethe sea. The lake, a conscious slumber, seems to take, and would not for the world awake. All beauty sleeps, and lo, where lies Irene with her destinies. O lady bright, can it be right, this window open to the night? The wanton airs from the tree-top laughingly through the lattice drop. The bodiless airs, a wizard rout, flit through thy chamber in and out, and wave the curtain canopy, so fitfully, so fearfully, above the closed and fringed lid, neath which thy slumbering soul lies hid, that over the floor and down the wall, like ghosts, the shadows rise and fall. O lady dear, hast thou no fear? Why and what art thou dreaming here? Sure thou art come over far off seas, a wonder to these garden trees. Strange is thy pallor, strange thy dress, strange above all thy length of tress, and this all solemn silentness. The lady sleeps, oh may her sleep, which is enduring, so be deep. Heaven have her in its sacred keep. This chamber changed for one more holy, this bed for one more melancholy. I pray to God that she may lie forever with unopened eye, while the pale sheeted ghosts she sleeps, oh may her sleep, as it is lasting, be so deep. Soft may the worms about her creep. Far in the forest, dim and old, for her may some tall vault unfold, some vault that oft has flung its black and winged panels fluttering back, triumphant over the crested balls of her grand family funerals. Some sepulchre remote, alone, against whose portal she hath thrown in childhood many an idle stone. Some tomb from out whose sounding door she never shall force an echo more. Thrilling to think, poor child of sin, it was the dead who groaned within. Let's have a look at another one. To the bells. Hear the sledges with the bells, the sledges with the bells, silver bells. What a world of merriment their melody foretells, how they tinkle, tinkle, tinkle in the icy air of night, while the stars that oversprinkle all the heavens seem to twinkle with a crystalline delight, keeping time, 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 in a sort of runic rhyme to the tintinnabulation that so musically wells from the bells, 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 reading slowly, I can do it more sleepily. I'll read El Dorado. Gaily bedight, a gallant knight, in sunshine and in shadow, had journeyed long, singing a song in search of El Dorado. But he grew old, this night so bold, and o'er his heart a shadow fell, as he found no spot of ground that looked like El Dorado. And as his strength failed him at length, he met a pilgrim shadow. Shadow, said he, where can it be, this land of El Dorado? Over the mountains of the moon, down the valley of the shadow, ride, boldly ride, the shade replied, if you seek for El Dorado. This'll be my final one. A dream within a dream. Take this kiss upon the brow, and in parting from you now, thus much let me avow, you are not wrong to deem that my days have been a dream. Yet if hope has flown away in a night, or in a day, in a vision, or in none, is it therefore the less gone? All that we see or seem is but a dream within a dream. I stand amid the roar of a surf tormented shore, and I hold within my clasp them with a tighter clasp. Oh God, can I not save one from the pitiless wave? Is all that we see or seem